because karma is the guy on the cheese I am taking home with me. Hello. You guys, I had a whole nother video actually planned for this week for this channel, and I could not, in good spirit and good conscience, not address what took place last night. And no, I am not talking about the Chiefs winning the AFC Championship. No, 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 no. I'm talking about what happened after they won the championship. Now, to be honest, this video is probably not for all the dads, Brads, and Chads out there, because today we are talking all things Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Let's dive on in. So yesterday, the Chiefs ended up winning the AFC Championship when they beat the Baltimore Ravens 17-10. Now, if I'm honest, when the game had first started or before the game, I had really wanted the Ravens to win just because I love Lamar Jackson's story and his journey in getting to where he's at. And to be fair, I love underdog stories. And I'm also somebody that's like, okay, the Chiefs have been enough times, like let somebody else enjoy the glow of the Super Bowl. So when they ended up winning, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm happy because I don't have anything against them. However, what I was not expecting was to be all in my feels last night, like I think a lot of us were, because what happened last night after the game seemingly broke the internet yet again. And I'm talking about the kiss and the interaction between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Now, why does this have us in our feels? Why are we so in awe? Well, I think for me personally, watching all the, families and wives and everyone come down on the field after the Chiefs won, for me in my mind, I'm like, okay, I wouldn't be surprised if Taylor Swift didn't come down because she's Taylor Swift. And that's just a lot of pressure. I feel like, no. This girl said, no, tonight I'm Travis Kelce's girlfriend. I'm the one that's so proud of him. I'm going to support him. And so she comes down to the field, not by herself though, with Donna and Ed Kelce, which are the parents of Travis Kelce. So the fact that she came down on the field with his parents, I'm like, oh yeah, she's in. She's all the way in. She is in this 100%. And I think that's why a lot of us are in our feels watching this dynamic just unfold and continue to unfold. Last night's celebration, honestly, this journey in general between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, I can't remember the last time watching, I feel like, a live action rom-com come to life. And as somebody who is a mental health therapist and I work strictly with females, I love watching this dynamic unfold because I feel like there are so many things that we can learn and take away from this in regards to healthy relationships and maybe what we should expect when it comes to the people that we decide to date. Now, I also want to make it very clear, I am very aware that we are only privy to know what they show us. None of us know what happens behind closed doors. None of us are privy to their private conversations or anything like that. I'm also very aware that no relationship is perfect because no person is perfect. So I'm not under the assumption that they have the perfect relationship. But I truly believe, watching their body language, watching their dynamic unfold, that they have a healthy relationship. And I think watching this relationship has released a lot of like oxytocin in a lot of us. And oxytocin is a chemical in our brain that's often referred to as the love hormone. I think it gives us something to believe in. I think it gives us a sense of hope and just butterflies that maybe we haven't felt in a really long time. I also think too, this relationship has created almost a parasocial relationship in a lot of us as well. And a parasocial relationship is simply when there's a relationship dynamic that's completely one-sided. So this happens a lot with celebrities where, they have people who just adore them and love them, but the celebrity has no idea who they actually are. And so that's what a parasocial relationship is. And I think a lot of us have created one when it comes to the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift relationship. I think there are three main reasons why Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift have us in our feels. And that's what I want to talk about today from a therapist point of view, why we are just falling for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Let's get into some of those reasons. I think the first reason that I've noticed that this relationship has us in our feels is there seems to be a healthy balance of public support, or maybe outings, I should say, of public outings, while also understanding they have independent lives outside of each other as well. sometimes when we get into relationships, we are all in, and there's the honeymoon phase, which there's nothing wrong with. But I think we become so consumed with the person we're in relationship with that we forget that we had a life completely before them or outside of them, and that person becomes our life. Now, I think there's a difference between being fully committed versus being fully engulfed in a relationship and in a person. When we're fully committed, we know that we are committed to them, that we are choosing them, that we are loving them, that we are partnering with them. When we are fully engulfed, we literally become them, and we take on everything that they do. We take on everything that they like, and we lose ourselves a little bit in that. And I think this relationship is showing us, and again, outside looking in, what this relationship I think is reminding us, or maybe showing us, is that it's so good to support your person. It's so good to support your person in their dreams, in their passion, in their talent, in their career, in whatever drives them, while also knowing you have stuff outside of them as well. Taylor Swift, who literally is the biggest pop star in the world, I'm pretty sure. Travis Kelce is in a very different field where he is known for football. Like, the football world knows Travis Kelce. Just ask anybody who loves football, they know who Travis Kelce is. So what I'm saying is, I think that they are showing that they can both live in their worlds confidently while also knowing we're there to support each other in each other's world as well. When Travis Kelce went to the Taylor Swift concert last year, when they were dating, and he was sitting with her dad and singing every song and enjoying the moment that he was there, while knowing people are going to be paying attention. And then you have Taylor Swift going to games when she's able to go to games, like last night, and this whole playoff journey, and knowing that cameras are going to be there, knowing that, you know, people are going to be paying attention, but she is cheering. She is so involved, and she has gotten to know football. I truly believe she has probably learned about plays, learned about positions, learned about things that maybe she didn't know before. So they are both being intentional with publicly supporting each other and publicly being seen together, while also knowing that there's times where they need to be independent of each other. Whether it's Taylor with her girlfriends going to dinner in New York, or going to the Golden Globes with a good friend, or whether it's Travis going to games with his good guy friends, or doing things with his brother, whatever the case may be. I think the first reason that we are just so in our feels about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce is because there seems to be a healthy balance of public outings together, while also knowing how to independently be themselves. Reason number 2 that I think we are in our feels about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift is because of the heavy involvement of family and friends. One of the things I have loved watching Taylor Swift do is really dive into the Chiefs culture, especially on the team, meaning she is hanging out with Brittany Mahomes, which I know not everybody's a fan of, but hanging out with Brittany Mahomes or hanging out with other wives of the Chiefs player. And she's not Taylor Swift to them. She is a girlfriend, or she's, you know, a partner of a player, not, you know, the pop star that everybody knows her to be. And I feel like for her to continue to integrate her world into his world when it comes to friends is probably such a big thing for him, because I think his teammates, his friends are big for him. And so for her to integrate herself with his friend group, I think is great. And you also see that with her friend group and him. I mean, when she brought her iconic friend group, like Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, other people that I can't think of right now, to a football game, I'm like, oh, she's incorporating her friend group into him as well. When, again, we start dating, it's so important to have friend groups. It's so important to make sure that dating is not just one-on-one all the time. It's important to have community. It's important to have healthy family involvement. It's important to have other people in your lives when you're dating. And the other big aspect too is that they have involved family. She is hanging out with Mama Kelce and Ed Kelce all the time in those suites. And I'm almost 100% positive that it's not just in those suites that she's hanging out with them, but it's also outside of the suite. It's probably dinners and get-togethers and lunches and holidays and all the above. I truly believe that she has built healthy relationship with the family. Now, last week, it was reported that it was the first time that Jason, Kylie, and Taylor had met, which I don't know if I fully believe, but even the fact that they were there last night too against the Ravens, Kylie and Jason were there, just watching them interact as well, I think is really important, because Jason is a huge part for Travis Kelce. I mean, that's literally his other half. That's his older brother. That's somebody he looks up to. That's somebody that he's super connected to. And so for Taylor to, again, be integrated with his family in that family dynamic, I think is so important. Not only do you have Taylor going with his family, but you have Travis really comfortable with her family as well. When he went down to see her tour, when he had a break from football or had a bye week, he was hanging out with her dad. And to hang out with her dad, and I'm sure he's hung out with her mom as well. Again, family is so important when it comes to a relationship. When it comes to dating somebody, you want to get to know their family. You want to know, like, this is where my person comes from. This is what their values are. This is what, what their parents have instilled, or who their parents are to them now. And I feel like both people, so I feel like Travis and Taylor are actually super close with their family. And so for them to be close with each other's family, I think it's perfect. And I think it shows that, that's what a healthy relationship can look like. Healthy relationships include healthy community and healthy family dynamics. So again, I think that's reason number 2, that this has us all in our feels. And then the third reason, I think that this dynamic just has us in our feels, which kind of goes with number 1. But the third reason is they are so secure. They seem to be so secure in supporting one another, because I think they know that when I support this person and all that they are and all that they do, that doesn't take away anything from me, but it gives everything to them. I think when Taylor Swift shows up to these games, she knows she's Taylor Swift. There's going to be eyes on her. There's going to be attention on her. But she knows that I'm not coming to be Taylor Swift. I'm coming to be a girlfriend. And I think vice versa, when Travis goes to her concert, he knows there's millions of people watching Taylor Swift, but that doesn't take away from who I am. I think most of us, even if we're not honest with ourselves, we crave security. We crave secure attachment. And I think the dynamic between Taylor and Travis, it shows what secure attachment can look like. Secure attachment is one of the 4 main attachment styles that we have. And secure is the healthiest one that we can have. Secure attachment simply means there's a healthy understanding of each other's emotional needs, of each other's emotional boundaries. There's a healthy understanding of empathy. There's a healthy understanding of communicating and how to communicate through conflict, but also how to respect boundaries and how to set boundaries. So it seems like both Taylor and Travis inherently have a secure attachment. And when there's a secure attachment, there's a sense of safety and security for both parties. And I think that with them being able to publicly support each other, there is still a safety and security of knowing who they are, but also knowing that the other person knows who they are as well. It's been known that in past relationships that Taylor Swift has felt like maybe she's had to hide who she is, or maybe even downplay who she is because she's Taylor Swift. And so for her to be able to date somebody who knows he's dating Taylor Swift, who knows that he's dating somebody who is known around the world by billions of people, to me, I feel like that's probably the safest she has ever been. I also think along with this, it's giving the feeling of rom-com in the sense of it's boy meets girl, and they both had a life outside of each other, but they also have found life in each other. And it's almost like a real life rom-com that we are watching unfold. And so I think with the security that they both have, with the strength that they both have to stand strong in who they are and what they bring to the table, it gets us all in our feels, because again, that's something that we crave. We crave somebody that we're going to be able to partner with who is not only going to be secure in who they are, but who is going to be secure enough to cheer on us in our dreams as well. And vice versa, where we're going to be secure enough in who we are that we get to tell them, hey, I'm here next to you, and I'm here and believing in the dreams that you have for yourself as well. We want people to believe in us. We want people to partner with us. We want to be with people who will show up for us, not feeling like they have to take over or that they're intimidated by who we are. I think another sign of this that I just saw even last night was after Taylor Swift had like a moment with Travis Kelce that was to die for. Jason Kelce comes in, and she knows the dynamic between Travis and Jason. If you don't know, Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce, they do a lot together. And one of the biggest things they do right now is a podcast, New Heights, which is so good. It's so funny. Even if you're not a football fan, I think it's really funny. So be sure to check that out. but they just have like a whole unique dynamic together. And so with Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce, there's a moment last night where they were starting to hug and like talk, and literally you can see in the video Taylor Swift is like here and she just walks out of frame because she's like, I want the attention to be solely on these two. So again, for her to be secure enough to know like, I got to congratulate him, I got to, you know, say hi, and now I know it's my turn to slip out and make sure that the attention's on him because this is his night. It's not me being Taylor Swift, but it's me being his girlfriend. I think again, it was just another sign of how much security that they have in each other and how much belief that they have in each other and for each other. So that again was just another sign of how secure attachment can look, where it's like, you know who you are and you know what you bring to the table, and you know when to also step away and say, hey, this is your time to shine. Again, I know that I can only base this video on what we see, and not everything that we see is going to be everything that happens behind closed doors. So again, I'm not saying that they have a perfect relationship. What I truly do believe though, watching body language, watching the dynamics, watching just, you know, how they talk to each other, how they address each other, how they even protect each other. Like even when they're talking about it on the podcast, Travis is very kind and very protective while sharing just a little bit, because he's obviously proud, but he also knows that they deserve some privacy as well. So like just taking those things into consideration, I truly believe that this is a healthy relationship, and this is something that will last a long time, if not be endgame for Taylor. I think I said it in my first video back in September, which if you have not watched that, you can click the link in the description. You can watch it there. But I think I said this in my first video where I said, I think that Taylor has found endgame with Travis Kelce. And I am doubling down on that, especially watching last night. I think Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are endgame. I'm interested to see, because I think she's touring during the Super Bowl. So I'm interested to see if she'll be able to be back for the Super Bowl. But if not, what happened last night, watching those two interact last night, will last me for months. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, this was a video that I had not planned on making, but last night just got me so in my feels that I was like, write out the script, and we just have to record it because I cannot stop thinking about it, and I cannot stop just smiling when I think about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. As always, if you guys are interested in all things mental health, therapy, pop culture, trending, faith, then this might be the channel for you. I would love for you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn on your notifications. That way you're notified when brand new videos are out and ready for you to watch. Until next time, guys.